Hi there, my name's Andy Hillier and today's guitar lesson is going to be on Life Will Change from Persona 5. It's a great little song. I've done a cover version, so this is my fingerstyle arrangement. I've done a cover version of that. If you want to hear it played all the way through, check it out. I'll leave a link in the description and probably put a card above if I remember to do that. So I'm going to teach you the whole of that today. Just before I do though, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video and please leave me some comments in the comment section. Let me know what songs I should do next. Let me know where in the world you're from. Just give me some feedback as well. And if you love what I'm doing and you want to support me and you want to print the tabs off for this, I'll put them on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. My guitar is in standard tuning and I've got a capo on fret number 1. The first line slowly sounds like this. So to play that, we've got the G string twice, then G2, then D2. So the first phrase goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So after beat 2, 1, 2. And then you're going to hit the low E string into bar 2. So you've got then 2 more Gs, G2, then B string. So then you play E3 in bar 3 and then B3. So let's see if we can get up to that B3 from the beginning. We've got 1, 2. And then continue on the off beats. We've got the open E, E3, E5. So we've got then the open A string, then E5 to E3, then an open E. So let's go nice and slowly from the beginning up to there. It goes. Then the last bar, A2, E, B3, E, then there's an E3, which is kind of part of the next phrase, but it's on this line. So that last bar. So the whole line goes. On to the next line. So we've got the E3 previous to the that's held on. So you don't play any notes in the brackets, they're just held on from the previous line. So the E3, then we start this line. So open E, and then E3 nearest to the floor, and open E nearest to the floor again. B3, E, E5. So you got. I'm going to play the note before the line. So you got. Then plays E3 nearest to your face. We're into bar 7. Then E5 again. Open E, B3, E. Then you've got to go all up to E7. Remember you've got a capo on fret 1, so it's where 8 normally is. And then E10, but just before the E10 we're going to play an open A string. So E7, open A string, we're into bar 8 now. Then E10, and then B10. So if we go from the beginning of that line, again I'm going to play the E3 on beat 4 and before that bar 6. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Then E2 and A2, and then an E7 right at the end of there. So that line in total goes. On to the next line, bar 10, and we've got the E7 before the line, and then you get this. So after played the E7 on the previous line, you've got the open E in bar 10, and then E3, E5, open E, and then E3. So it goes more slowly. Then 2 open E's, and then you've got E7 going into bar 12. You've got E3, then E3. I'm barring my first finger just flat, so I hold down both of the E strings. So I play the E3 nearest to your face, then E string nearest to the floor on fret 3, then E5, E, and then E3. So from the beginning of the line you've got, and then 2 more E3s, and E7, open A this time, E3, E5, E, and then E3, 2 open A's, E5, then both the E strings at the 2nd fret, then A2, then an E7 just to finish off that line. So let's play the whole line. I'm going to put the E7 in front of the line as well, so you get this. And then the next line is exactly the same thing, but just without that 7 on the end. So you get, I'm going to play 7 before this line, and we get. On to the next line, and we get this funky little bass line that goes. Which is open E, and you jump to D2 and play D2 twice, really quickly. And then D1 twice, then open D twice, and then A4 twice to A3 really quickly, guys. So A4, A4, and A3. So that first bar. And then bar 27, we've got A2 twice, A1 twice, open A twice, then E3, E1. So the first 2 bars, bars 26 and 27, go. And the next 2 bars are the same thing, so we play the whole line, go. On to the next line. The first 2 bars are exactly the same as the previous line. And then the next bar, bar 32, is the same as like the first bar, bar 30. And then we get into bar 33 and we just play. So A2, and then it goes, which is just E5, E3, E5, E3, E5. So the whole of that line goes. On to the next line, and we've got. So to play that, we've got both E strings, then E3, then another open E, then E3 4 times, then E5. So bar 35 goes. Then both the E3s at the same time, then open E. So the first 2 bars go. Then E3, then E3 nearest to the floor 4 times, E5, then the open A string with open E nearest to the floor to E3, then 2 open E's, then we get, which is open A with E7, E5, E3, E5, and then E. So bar 39 goes. So bar 40, you got open E, E1, E2 into the next bar, then E5, E3. At the same time, we've got A2 and E3. A2 and E5, then E3 back to E5. So bar 41 goes. So the whole line, we've got this. And on to the last line, and it starts, the first 5 bars are exactly the same as the previous line, so we get. And then bar 47, we get. So open A string with E7, E10, B10, B10, B8, then into the next bar we've got open E, and then E nearest to the floor. So open E nearest your face, then E nearest the floor. So we've got. Then I put these chords on the end, which is the F major 7 shape. First finger E1, second finger B1, third finger D2, little finger on G2. And then I suppose what you think of as an F sharp diminished 7th chord, which is first finger on the D, G and the B strings at the first fret, third finger on G2 and second finger on E2. And then the next chord, just move your second finger down string for like what you'd think of as a B7 flat 9 chord. And then just finishing with this E minor 9 shape. Obviously it's like F because we've got a cap on the first fret. So fret 7 on the A string with your second finger, then fret 5 on the D string, third finger G7, little finger on B7. And you put the open E in there as well. So that last line goes. Okay, let's try and put the whole song together nice and slowly. Here we go. 1, 2. do hope you've enjoyed that little guitar lesson. If you have, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, it really does help me out. Give me a like on the video as well. And I'd love to hear from you. Please leave me some comments. Let me know where in the world you're from. Let me know what songs I should do next. And if you love what I'm doing and you want to support me, keep me doing this channel, and you also want to print the tabs for this and loads of other songs off, I'll put it on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Well, thanks for watching this. I do appreciate it. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you next time.